Ever wondered if there's such a thing as ethical hacking? And if so, how do we classify the various types of attacks? Well, let's tackle the first part. Ethical hacking, often referred to as white hat hacking, is a crucial element of cybersecurity. It's a practice where skilled professionals, instead of causing harm, use their abilities to identify vulnerabilities and strengthen security measures. They're the good guys in the hacking world, using their powers for defense, not destruction. Now on to attack classifications. Understanding these classifications is vital in comprehending and combating cyber threats. Attacks can range from simple phishing attempts to complex, multi-layered intrusions. Each type carries its own set of characteristics, methodologies, and potential impacts. Recognizing these nuances allows us to develop effective countermeasures and robust defense systems. In the next few minutes, we're going to delve into the complex world of attack classifications. Buckle up, and let's embark on this journey together. Before we can grasp the nature of ethical hacking, we need to understand the different types of cyber attacks. First up, we have passive attacks. These are silent, sneaky, and often go unnoticed. They're like a shadow in the night, slipping in to observe, gather information, and monitor data traffic. The goal isn't to create chaos, but to siphon off valuable information. Think of it as a spy in the digital world, gathering intelligence without leaving traces. Examples include network eavesdropping or traffic analysis. Passive attacks, while less disruptive, can be equally devastating as they lead to breaches of confidentiality. Next, we have active attacks. These are the loud, brash, and bold ones. They actively manipulate, modify, or destroy data. Their aim isn't just to observe, but to disrupt and cause havoc. They're the vandals of the digital world, spraying graffiti on your data walls. Examples include viruses, worms, or denial-of-service attacks. Active attacks are typically more detectable, but can cause significant damage to data integrity and availability. Finally, there's the insider attacks. These are the traitors in our midst. They come from within the organization, typically involving someone who has legitimate access to the system. It's like having a wolf in sheep's clothing, causing harm from within. Examples include disgruntled employees leaking sensitive data or a trusted vendor installing malicious software. Insider attacks are hard to predict and prevent, posing serious threats to all aspects of security, confidentiality, integrity, and availability. In summary, passive attacks are like spies, quietly gathering information. Active attacks are vandals, causing open disruption. Insider attacks are wolves in sheep's clothing, betraying from within. Each type presents unique challenges and requires specific countermeasures. These classifications give us a broad understanding of cyber threats, but let's dig a little deeper. Beyond the basic classifications, we find more sophisticated types of attacks that pose significant threats. Let's delve into the world of advanced attack classifications. First off, let's talk about distributed denial of service, or DDoS attacks. These are not your average run-of-the-mill attacks. They are, in essence, a traffic jam on the information highway. The attacker floods a network or server with an overwhelming amount of traffic, causing it to slow down or crash completely. This is achieved by using multiple compromised computers as sources of traffic, hence the term distributed. It's like having a swarm of bees attacking all at once, making it difficult for the target to defend itself. Next up, we have man-in-the-middle, or mid-M attacks. Picture this. You're having a private conversation with a friend, but unbeknownst to you, someone else is listening in and manipulating your discussion. That's essentially what a mid-M attack is in the cyber world. The attacker intercepts and possibly alters the communication between two parties, gaining unauthorized access to sensitive information. It's a sneaky and potentially devastating form of attack. Lastly, let's explore advanced persistent threats, or APTs. These attacks are long-term, stealthy, and highly targeted. The attacker gains access to a network and stays undetected for a prolonged period, often for the purpose of espionage or data theft. Think of it as a spy infiltrating an organization, quietly gathering information over time. It's not about immediate damage, but rather about playing the long game. Each of these advanced attack classifications presents unique challenges and threats. DDoS attacks can cause significant disruption, MITM attacks can lead to information breaches, and APTs can result in significant long-term damage. These attacks are sophisticated, cunning, and often hard to detect, let alone prevent. Remember, understanding these attacks is the first step towards effective prevention. So, where does ethical hacking fit into all of this, you may ask? Well, ethical hackers, also known as white hat hackers, use their in-depth understanding of attack classifications to identify potential vulnerabilities in a system. It's like being a locksmith who knows how to pick a lock, not to commit a crime, but to understand the weaknesses and make the lock more secure. In today's digital age, with our lives increasingly intertwined with technology, the role of ethical hacking is more important than ever. Ethical hackers provide an invaluable service. They test and probe, mimicking the strategies of malicious hackers to uncover weak spots. It's crucial to understand that ethical hacking isn't about causing havoc or exploiting vulnerabilities for personal gain. Rather, it's about using that knowledge to fortify defenses, to make our digital world safer. As we navigate this interconnected landscape, remember this: ethical hacking isn't just about breaking things, it's about building stronger defenses. We've covered a lot of ground today, so it's worth taking a moment to recap. We started off by delving into the ethics of hacking, highlighting the crucial difference between malicious hackers and ethical hackers. From there, we unpacked the basics of attack classifications, exploring a variety of methods hackers employ, from passive attacks like eavesdropping to active attacks such as denial of service. We then delved deeper into advanced attack classifications, shedding light on more sophisticated methods like ransomware attacks and zero-day exploits. Finally, we discussed the pivotal role of ethical hacking in cybersecurity. These white hat hackers use their skills not to cause harm, but to identify vulnerabilities and strengthen defenses, making the digital world safer for all of us. Remember, in the war against cyber threats, knowledge is our greatest weapon. Stay safe out there.